Hey everyone, Lensmanos here, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons 3. This would be, I don't know, episode 8. We left off last time where Grimly was attacking us with some big cannon looking things. And I think... Oh, we've got some baddies coming in. I think it's time we...
enemies in your dungeon.
Time we continued on our little trek. So I put in the doors here, the arrow traps will shoot them a couple of times here, but let's grab our army. Oh, they broke my door. Don't break my door. Let's get rid of these guys. And then we'll take them above ground.
Throw me at the enemy!
And we'll go and do some fighting. Right, roll up. Cool.
What?
Right, let's go. So we're going to head over here. Maybe try and take this one and this. We'll see what happens as we make our way over, because we've gotten rid of this area here. There's a few things to do. We really need to get rid of at least one of these guns, because it's really starting to attack the dungeon heart, and I don't want to. I don't want to lose my level. That would be a pain. So let's do this thing over here first. Just we'll scoot past the village. We'll take out this one here. Okay, cool. Let's get spells up. And a bit of a touch up with the spells. Alright, we'll take this area. We should get some evil in. A bit more evil, which will let us level up a little bit more, so I can just improve these guys a little bit. Cool, that'll give us a little bit more damage, a little bit more strength. We've taken out this thing. Alright, I think it's time we tried to take out one of these. Okay, let's move in a little bit and let's cast a spell on them. And a spell on these guys. Let's get them. And then we can take out this cannon thing. Maybe, let's see out. Buildings are in here. We've got something up here, there's a rock. Let's see any,
So much for your death hammer, Grimly.
that's one of them.
Did we break your toy? Are you going to cry like a little baby? Boo-hoo-hoo.
You'll pay for that. Been giving yourselves any medals yet? The Dwarven Empire will strike back. Of that you can be sure.
Let's go up here and take this bit out.
We could still solve this peacefully. You? Now? Really?
We've got a way through
In
here.
my moment of triumph? There is nothing you can't ruin, is there? Sorry. Holy crap! You're even good to me! Sister, you have some real issues. I have to go take care of a dwarven king and tear his city apart. Follow me. To Steelsmith!
The having a look around evil's army had discovered a stone heap. Just a little brute force, and it would fall into the ravine to form something like a bridge.
Alright, so that last comment there was obviously this piece here about this bridge. We'll go and take these guys out. I guess this is another way around. We'll fairly alright. Let's take them out.
Heyday!
This evil vermin is faster than I thought. We have to speed things up. All right, men. Activate the second death hammer!
Another one of those things? Ah, damn it all anyway. Get ready for impact!
With a kaboom! The second death hammer hit on the ground and sent its destructive waves toward the dungeon. The dungeon heart groaned under the blow. This death hammer also had to be destroyed quickly in order to save the dungeon heart.
Just to make sure nothing happens to my poor little hammer, I also built an SLD-26 magical tower shield generator. So knock yourselves out.
Generously, the foolish Dwarf King Grimly revealed the safety mechanisms to the listening and taking notes evil. Before the second death hammer could be turned off, a team would have to land on Endor. I mean, the eager for a Star War evil had to destroy the magic shield.
Right then.
Land on
First,
Endor.
we'll destroy the magical tower, and then Death Hammer number 2. No problem. We're good at breaking things.
Okay, we're in a village over the back here. I don't know whether the... Oh, there you go.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, that little village. I'm guessing this is the way into the magical tower. Alright. Let's move on. Yikes. That's not ideal. But this is what we need to take out. So there'll be people here, but we need to get past these blister looking things. Let's go. Spells would be nice. Getting there, getting almost one down. Pretty nailed by this other one though. These guys are just standing here. It's alright. It's fine. Just taking out your defences. Are you expecting me to come from that direction? This must be the magic shield, I guess. For this one?
Hey! Hands off my SLD-26 magical tower shield generator!
Hey, Grimly. Your toys break easily. My pals barely got their hands on it and it broke. So, people, let's have a look at this second death hammer, shall we?
Keep your hands to yourself and I'll bite your fingers off, you goddamn wench. Right, men, prepare the death hammer!
Grimly seemed a little desperate upon seeing the occasionally gigging as a stand-up comedian evil turned out to be a brilliant strategist. It relentlessly sent its armies towards the second death hammer.
With a few more troops.
And stay down!
Alright. Taking these guys out one by one, I guess. That probably wouldn't hurt. Level our guys up a little bit. Alright, they're just repairing themselves until next hammer. Overall, not too bad. As I said, I could do with some more, but you know, it is what it is. Much in the way of defences here. That's why I just walked past. Cannon looking thing. I guess they kind of expect you to come in this way.
Oh, these things are pretty fragile, aren't they? Grimly, I think I accidentally broke both your hammers.
We got some people in the dungeon actually, that's not good.
I'm so sorry.
I'll strangle you in the bare hands, Gil! You goddamn disgusting!
In order to make sure we don't have to cut out all of Grimly's cursing, I'll just take over here. The brilliant evil had succeeded. The second dwarven hammer was also history, and its army marched inexorably towards the dwarven town of Steelsmith. Something else permeated the smell of metalworking that wafted from the city towards the dungeon. The smell of the dwarves' fear.
For good reason, too. We're going to tear their city apart.
Right, so I've got people in the dungeon.
We could still return to the side of good. Let me think about it for
Let's
a second.
do-
No.
Oh no, not that one, this one. Let's get our people back for the moment to take out these guys.
Payday. There are enemies in your dungeon.
And hopefully we can get enough here. Well, can I give myself a few more? No, not the snots, this one. Right, cool. And then we'll grab a couple more creatures. One of them. One of them, no worries. And let's grab everyone.
Death from above.
Let's go.
Command me.
Right, so is there another way into this, you think? No. No. Guess we're just going through the front door.
Defend the dungeon heart.
What?
Hey, Thalya, I have a surprise for you. You
Oh, we've
know
got
that
people
all
here.
good things come in threes?
Honestly, do you have another one of those damn death hammers?
Hey,
Yeesh.
Death Hammer. Ha! I have 3
Didn't
Death
realise there's more people here.
Hammers!
What? The whole thing times 3? Not very imaginative, if you ask me. You are so...
Stop! Hammer time!
Together, the 3 death hammers had a lot more power than a single one. It would certainly be better for the dungeon heart if they too were quickly put out of action.
Yeah. Let's get rid of them then. Let's take out this door. All gone. Take out these guys. Regenerate. Come on. We can do this.
What's up?
Wait for the next load to come out. No? Cool, we'll just take them out.
So,
That's the 3.
that's the way you want it. I'll take care of you myself. For death and glory, the horn of Grimly Hammerhand shall sound in the deep one last time. Men, let this be the hour when we draw swords together.
Ooh, he might
Now
be this.
for wrath, now
We got people in the
for
dungeon.
ruin, and the Red Dawn!
All good. I believe we can beat him.
Your final hour has come.
Do a fair bit of damage to Grimly. Just gotta do it before these guys get into the dungeon. It's all good. Cool. Hey, there we go.
You pay for this, you damn brat!
With these words, Grimly the Dwarven King breathed his last.
A well-earned victory for evil! Ha! All the legends and stories that revolve around good heroes. Utter nonsense. In the end, evil will always triumph. Time to enjoy my victory.
Thalya, what have you done? You killed Grimly. I will have to punish you for this. Stay where you are. I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tanos was anything but enthusiastic about his foster daughter's deeds. The insightful evil knew that a confrontation was not yet advisable and ordered Thalya to travel west, always west.
We could always wait for Father and try to explain everything to him. Oi, 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 oh, come on. Even my good side can't be that naive. He'll skin me alive if he gets his hands on me. There's no way I should get anywhere near him until his anger has cooled. Oh, unfortunately, I'm afraid I have to agree with my evil me. We should let the grass grow over the whole thing first.
Oh, good and evil in agreement. A rare stroke of luck, I'd say. So, it was time to run.
There you go. Let's go to the next one.
Here, the only problem was, as usual, his own death. After the Dwarven King Grimly suffered a premature death at the hands of the hero-beating evil's armies, the dark elf Thalya got herself out of dodge. She took the evil creatures and retreated into the tunnels and mines of Steelsmith, which were connected to the most remote places in the world. The hasty departure proved to be very wise indeed, for shortly afterwards, Tanos appeared on the scene, and with him, a mighty army of good. When he found his dwarven friend's lifeless body, he screamed his pent-up anger out into the world, as overly emotional heroes are often prone to do. A few hours later, Tanos gathered with his 2 remaining comrades and commanders in his tent. We will now repeat approximately what was said. I, the evil will destroy us. We are lost. Wail, wail, and so on. In the end, Tanos called his fellow soldiers to order and commanded them to return to their respective empires and strengthen their defenses. So it was time to do what all good folks do: hide themselves behind thick walls in fear and hope that the storm would pass them by and hit the others. How exceedingly honorable. In the meantime, Tanos sent out some spies to track down his evil student. The Dark Elf had, by then, beaten her way through the mines of Steelsmith, accidentally awakened an army, and fled from a whip-swinging demon. The usual stuff that happens when traveling through dwarven tunnels. At least they had left Tanos and the armies of good far behind them, and now moved almost unmolested through the countryside, determined to continue spreading chaos and horror.
There you go.
The end of Burger's End. After Grimly's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos' armies and his wrath. The old shafts brought them close to the busy town of Burger's End.
Alright, just give me a second. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's hit play. So, see what this one has. We've got about 10 minutes left of the episode. We'll get about 10 minutes of this level done. See how we go.
Thalya and the all-devouring evil's army had left the mines of Steelsmith behind them, far from Tanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes. More specifically, their appetites were legend... wait for it... dairy. They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis. True story.
These gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evils creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying speed.
That could have gone better.
Naturally, a battle like that can work up an appetite. Luckily, a transport full of food showed up shortly after the clash. The wheels quickly turned in the deceitful evil's evil brain. What if those deliverers were to have an accident on their way to the city, and the city suddenly ran out of food? It giggled a treacherous little giggle. Those wood piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a few hefty blows. That would make transporting that food even more difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out. A brilliant plan. Do we have to do this? I feel so bad about killing Grimly. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the good part of me. I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying. They prevent me from saying so much more.
Not the worst thing when I look at the reviews of the last game.
What? How dare you? Talk about cheating. You haven't heard the last of this.
Alright, so normal sort of stuff. We need to get an area dug out for creatures to live. And what do we got here? We got a hideout. That's good, they've already got a hideout for us. We probably need to do something similar to we did last time.
In its boundless genius, the prudent evil had provided Thalya with a few gobberbots whose combat strength would prove extremely useful. They were just, wait a minute, where are they?
Yes! They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the postman just left a note at the dungeon entrance saying that I wasn't home. I was here the whole time.
Oh, how I'd love to work with professionals. Just once. Professionals. Just once. Take a deep breath. Remember what they taught you. You don't want any more of those electric shocks. Fine. Fine. And so, the bad-tempered evil quickly threw 2 gobberbots into the dungeon. Then it went out to find that postman and beat the living crap out of him.
Alright, so as I said just before, something interesting happening. Let's have a look. So this is a bot, I guess. So we need to just do some filling here. That's our weak point. This one here isn't so bad because it's a lot further away. This should be good. Just put all these in, and then as we expand here, we'll just like get some of this gold and that out. I don't want to damage the area too much, because we obviously need protection. But we need to dig out an area out here probably for a room, and then maybe we can do another one off the back here. And that should be our area for our monsters. Connect it up through there. Put a door in each one. So Gobbler Farm is bigger, that's good. Really don't need all this junk back here. We'll be able to, once they clean this out. Or we can use this area. Okay, it's not a great area. We'll make our room back here for workshop. Look at all this gold. Got a lot of area here we can get into, and so yep. I mean, obviously regular base prep is what's required here. So we've got a hideout, which really isn't big enough. Let's stretch it. Go a little bit bigger. We'll make all of that the hideout.
Payday! There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting.
Yeah. Awesome amount of gold here. Cool. They can fight that off. They'll be alright. Alright, so yep, normal dungeon prep.
Meanwhile, even the gluttonous heroes of Burger's End had noticed the constant rhythmic thumping sounds coming from underground between chews, and sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
Ah, these stuffed pigs will be a piece of cake. We could also deal with them peacefully, couldn't we?
That was a noble thought from the good Thalya, but the heroes of Burger's End were not choosy about what they ate, and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting! Right, let's roast these pigs. Oh, good call.
Alright, so they pretty much just want to eat us. Which isn't fantastic. We need to unlock a bunch of stuff here. I need 1,000 gold here for the graveyard, but I should have now unlocked Vortex. I mean, it's a big room. Probably too big for. It's a lot of money. We'll start with that, and we'll end up having this whole room as that, and then we'll have a graveyard in this one. But once we've done this, we should be able to have a couple more monsters.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Get a couple more of them, and I should now be able to hire these guys once I have enough gold. They've come in this end, which is good. It's the long way. Come on, put them down. There we go. So these guys are fighting. That's good. Pretty much to a point where let's make them go all the way out. Alright, so they're down. We'll put traps on here, and it sounds terrible, but I kind of just want to fill this in so they can't come in through this entrance. Does that sound weird? Like, just fill all this in, and then, you know, even if they pop up here, they're gonna have to dig through. But yeah, we should now be able to hire these guys. Awesome. So yeah, we will expand that, I think, once we get a bunch more money. Bunch more gold. And we'll need to get above ground and capture at least this. And we need to do this town thing here, I guess. Oh no, that's the main village. We need to block off this. So to get to there, we're going to have to go past all of this stuff. She's probably going to have to go the entire long way around. Oh no, we've got another exit here. That's cool, so we can get this one. It's right nice and close. Alrighty, so I'm going to wrap up the episode here. Thanks everyone for watching. Leave those comments in the normal place. I hope you come back and join us next time. Thanks a lot. See you later.